Hello. This is a little late deck profile for the August League for Toronto Edison at GameNation. I ended up coming first in the league. Won a box of Rarity 2 and some bunch of store credit, and we thought it'd be cool to do a deck profile. Maybe we'll compile a bunch more of these in the future with future league winners and other people with interesting deck profiles. But yeah, let's just get started. I did change the profile like once or twice throughout the 4 weeks, but I settled on this list for like the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think. But I'll talk about what change I made later on. So it's just standard Blackwings. So 3 Sirocco, 3 Shura, 3 Bora, it's all standard. 3 Kalut, 3 Blizzard, Gale, Value, and then Dad. Wasn't a fan of 2 Value. The second one never came up, or like I never felt like I needed it, so I just kept it to 1. And honestly, like it came up when I needed, and I barely ever drew it, and even when I did draw it, it wasn't too bad, so it was fine for the most part. I'm happy with the monster count. Spells, very standard, double Whirlwind, Allure, Brain Con, MSD heavy, nothing special. I think I ran Book of Moon for the first week, but I cut it after that, and I'll go over what I cut it for later. Traps, Triple Prison. The guy filming this actually put me on the 3rd prison. He convinced me. It's very good. Double Bottomless. Double Icarus. Double Yada. I wanted to try with the 3rd Icarus, but I felt with 1 value, and also like there's times where like I didn't want to dead draw Icarus like later into the game when you're top decking, or like you don't want to give up your board presence. So I would be down to play the 3rd, but I'm kind of experimenting with it right now. Torrential Mirror. I did play Torrential. It came up enough for me to actually like think it was like a good card to main, and I didn't side it out too often. Most of the time it actually brought a lot of value. Freshen, Judgment, Dust Shoot, and Dust Tornado, Starlight. These 2 are the wild cards. These are the things that I would have cut and swapped for like Book of Moon or like 3rd Icarus and things like that. I settled on these like the 2nd or 3rd week of August, and then since then it's been kind of stable. I'd like Dust Tornado. It helps simplify a lot of game states in times where like I wish I had backward removal, but I didn't want to give up board presence through Icarus. It also helps a lot in the mirror. There's a lot of Blackwing players here. Starlight didn't come up often or at all. It won me exactly like 1 game in like the first week, and it never came up again for the rest of that. And every time it was almost a dead draw, so this would be the first thing I cut. The only reason I don't cut it is because it kind of lets me play like a more linear playstyle. Like it forces me to make the right choice and like swing into heavy boards, or like commit to the board when I have it. So because I can't, like I can punish them for punishing me. But there was a match I lost because of that, and I don't know. It's the first thing I would cut if I had to cut anything from the list. Deck's 40 cards. I don't believe in playing more than 40. Unlike some heathens here. Let's do extra. Extra is very standard. You got your Blackwing Synchros, 2 Armor Master. I'll get into why I play 2 later. It's a very stupid reason. Get into the 6s. Black Rose, Catastor, and then the 8s. Right, it's all incredibly standard. And the Chimera Tech, because I do play Sidra on the side. The reason I'm playing a 2nd Armor Master, I'll explain this word. The reason I'm playing 2nd Armor Master is because I don't want to play Android because I don't want to shell out $20 for it. That's about it. But Android hasn't come up enough for me to actually miss it. There's like one time where like, oh, I wish I could crash into a Monarch with the Android, but I found like other ways to play around that situation. It wasn't ideal, and like it could have been better if I did have Android, but like I didn't miss it any other time. Miststorm was a choice because like I just want to find a way to like commit 2 cards to clear a board and make a big push, or like if they drop Gores on something, I have to make a big push, and I have like a bunch of small bodies on the field, I can make Mistworm and just like kind of bounce Gores and reset, and like then they're usually too low at that point to drop Gores again. It's just a tech, and I did like it. It came up a number of times, and like I never regretted playing it when I did. So yeah, again, I think I'd probably cut like Armor Master for like an Android if I had it, but there was like 1 time exactly where Armor Master came up twice because I did synchro like a negated value and an Armed Wing into an Armor Master, and I could just make another Armor Master again from the value. But again, very niche. Very niche. Side deck. This is also pretty standard. Double Deck Dev, double Rug, double Crow, double Sidra, Double Dust Tornado. These are all the 2-ofs. Yeah, no, nothing really to say here. All of them came up when they needed to. So with the 2 Dust Tornadoes, I do play 3 in the mirror because I think it helps simplify the game state. And against like any back row relevant deck, the more you're able to just simplify the back row and just crack back once they commit to it, like you're winning the game. And then for the 1-of, you have Minecon, Knock. This is for like the Raikou stuff. To be honest, I thought about doing like just Minecon and a Raikou, but I think Knock is such a blowout if it resolves properly. The Second Impression, Dyna, and Soul Release. I was thinking about cutting Soul Release for something like Kaiku in like the later weeks. I did play Kaiku 1 week, but I didn't like it that much. Typical Blackwing problems where it just eats up the normal summon, and then what do you do from there? It can just auto-win matches if it just goes unchecked, but like Soul Release does like a similar thing. It does like it's similar in the sense that like it is a blowout and it can just auto win the game on its own, and it doesn't eat the normal. It can actually, and the thing is, it can be used main phase too. So you crack back a big board, put everything in the graveyard against like Lightsworn, for example, which happened to me in the finals. I broke his board to like 3 Lightsworns with a bunch of weenies, and then I just Soul Released his whole grave, and he just can't play the game. It actually won me the match. So like I think it's good because like if it wasn't for this, like, or Kaiku, I think the deck would have a lot of problems against like frogs, or even like dragons to some extent, and like Lightsworn players are like running rampant here. So I do want to play like 3 pieces of graveyard hate, because I do want to see it more often than not. Because I'd rather see like double Crow in my hand, like 1 Crow, 1 Soul Release versus like nothing at all. So that's my line of thinking at least. And then the 1 Dyna, just because like I do want to have 3 outs to Consecrated. Between like this and Deck Dev and Icarus, you have a lot of ways to get to it, and like it just increases your chance of seeing something to out like a little floodgate. So yeah, I think that just about does it. Any changes I'd make to the side, I might experiment this with like the Raikou thing in the future, but to be determined, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Team Blackwing!